And welcome to another Monday. Good afternoon.
We made it.
We did.
We didn't get whacked over the weekend.
We did not get, well, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
That may have been after the event on Saturday. No. Tomorrow's my anniversary, 18 years.
Wow.
Haven't been whacked in a while. You know what I mean?
You're still on, as they say. Not
Yeah.
on.
Well, it is what it is. So.
Right.
Yeah, Monday. I'm glad we had a good weekend, I think.
I had a great weekend. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. They worked me a lot harder than I thought I was gonna have to work, but yeah, it was great. It was fun.
So we were actually at the Michael Franzese.
That's right.
Concert or whatever you want to call it. I don't know which
speaking engagement. I guess.
I guess it's a speaking engagement.
Yeah.
And that is the way that you say it. So all the jackasses that were texting in when I was like, "Yeah, Michael Franzese joins us tonight," and you were like, "Oh no, it's Michael Franzese," and okay, wannabe Italians. The guy said his name himself, Franzese.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because you saw it in Goodfellas doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
Stop it. Because that's the only place that he goes by Franzese is in Goodfellas when they this is Tommy Two Eyes or whatever his name is, and he goes and Mikey Franzese, right. and that's not his name. It's just not his name.
Franzese is the way that the announcer voice said it, and it was a very cool event, though, I have to say.
It was.
A lot of fun.
Were you surprised, before we get into the event itself, were you surprised how many people were there?
Yeah, a little bit, man. I have to say, it was a well-attended event.
Yeah.
And a lot of bling, a lot of gold horns around the necks. And
well, the funny thing is we were told all week by, or at least I was told, I don't know what you were told by what's her name? The I don't want to say
Marie.
Marie, who
from
was
Current Year Records in Parma. Great place, by the way.
Could not have been sweeter. She is so nice.
She's awesome.
But she had, I know she had told you, and I had talked to my guy's name that I talked to is Chris McNeil, and Chris had told me, well, we're thinking it's a 1,300 seat venue, but we're thinking like 600 people. There was way more than 600 people.
Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah, it definitely did.
It looked like about 1,000, I would say.
And I have to say, I was quite happy with the reaction that we got from the crowd. There was a lot of people there that actually watched this show.
Yeah,
a lot more that are in the corner of the little eyeball up there that lies and tells you there's 3 people watching.
Right.
It was quite a good reaction, so it was fun.
Yeah, we both had people come up to us during the show saying that they watch the show every week and they enjoy the show, and and hello to those people, and that was very cool. It was very. I had a great time all the way around. I mean, they definitely treated us like we belonged there, which was awesome, I thought.
Oh yeah, it was very cool. That was the highlight of my night.
Well, the highlight of my night was the highlight, and we'll get into what I had to do work-wise here in a minute, but before the show started, like right before the show started, they did the whole light flicker thing and whatever to tell people to sit down and shut up. And then when everybody sat down, right before Michael came on, they Chris McNeil did a little talk on the microphone, like right up in front of it, thanking everybody that made things happen.
Yes.
And he thanked, the strudel place, and he thanked the record store, and he thanked Bob Franz, and he thanked 92.3. I don't know what show he appeared on there, but he must have. He thanked all kinds of shows. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, please.
But what?
No, go ahead.
Well, then he thanked us.
Yes.
And that was nice. And then he thanked me personally as their new special friend.
Yes.
which was, and dude, I was sitting next to my partner Neely that I do the classic metal show with when that happened. I had just come out. I had been backstage in the green room, kind of policing the green room area, which that was tough. But but I had literally just come out, sit down, and then they started talking, and right away it's like, and our new friend Chris Aiken. I was like, wow, look at me. I looked at Neil and he's like, Jesus, fucking superstar.
See, but I thought it was so cool because, again, I didn't think that this show would get a mention at all. But
Yeah,
we were mentioned before, like 92.3 was mentioned, which I thought was pretty sweet.
I did too.
I mean, Bob Francis, he's like one of the best in the biz.
Sure.
And, so it was cool that he didn't go though.
Right.
I was missing. I think he had another function that he had to attend, so that's fine. His board op, who I actually know, was there, and that was kind of cool to see that guy. But it was cool to actually have our name shouted out, and your name especially as a friend. But I walk in, and they had some sort of festival going on the right. We're going to get to Flat Earth guy in just a minute. Greg Simmons already checking in about the Flat Earth, but he's coming up in just a few. They had a festival going on in downtown Lorraine, some international fest. So it was very difficult to find a place to park, but I found a handicap spot. See, losing a leg ain't all bad. And it was like right up front in front of the theater. So I was able to walk in. That was fine. And I walk in, there's you. Just sitting there at the table looking menacing. And the publicist, Chris, and then your mom was there.
Yeah, my mom was hanging out.
Who I have to say, my wife and I talked about her all night because she was like the sweetest little thing I've ever met in my life. She was just adorable, so nice and fun, and it was very cool.
Yeah, it would have been nice if any of you would have given me any kind of prop. It's like I walked back into the green room a little later in the show, and Neely was saying something to you about, I've been having to deal with him for 27 years. And then my mom's like, well, I've been dealing with him for 54. I was like, Jesus, what am I, the bad guy here? Did I get you all in here?
Look, I'm not going to get all mushy and kind of weird, but cause it is the show. But like for real, before they brought everybody backstage for the meet and greet and all that kind of stuff, I was standing next to your mom. She was in the seats, and I was standing there, and I was talking to her. I said, I have to say you have a fantastic son. He came into, this time of my life that I needed somebody, and he helped me with the show, and now is part of the show, and like we're partners in this, and I'm excited about it. And I was like, it's just really cool. And I was like, I can't thank you enough for Chris. And she kind of looked at me, and she goes, well, things sometimes just happen for a reason.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very cool, very nice. It was a nice little moment that we had. So.
Sure. Yeah, she had a ball. I mean, she had a ball. She was happy to meet you. She was happy to see Neely. She was happy to see me, which me and her never get to spend a whole lot of time together. So, yeah, it was cool. It was and my mom is such a gangster. She like, my brother had a family trip out to Vegas with his family, and he took my mom, and it was they have some thing that you can do where you can drive all the super big like construction equipment, like the big cranes and the big diggers and stuff. And she actually branched off from this, away from the whole family, by herself to go to the Mob Museum in Vegas. So when I told her that I could put her in front of Michael Franzese, she was like, holy smokes. She could not have been happier. So it was cool. It was cool to take her to that.
Now, I will say that I have to apologize to Neely.
Okay.
Your partner on the Classic Metal Show.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had met him before. Apparently I met him like way back in my MMS days.
Okay. Well, so that was how long ago?
Oh, back then, I mean, he knew me. I was doing these body solutions commercials. It was
the blue
wait
drink.
while you sleep.
Right, I remember.
And I had never even stuck my finger into stuff, but I shouldn't say that on the air. But I guess it's too late now. But I lost like 60 pounds thanks to diabetes. But I had never tried this stuff. But anyway, so I apparently met him back in the day during that, and I told him, I was like, dude, there's a lot of drinking that went on between that period of my life and today. So I apologize to him for not remembering that.
Right.
But then he did kind of say something, took a shot, I think.
Okay.
Because he was getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
And, I was telling him, hey, it was great seeing you, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, just remember, we do a show that cannot be replaced.
Oh, well, he's always worrying that I'm going to leave.
And I kind of looked at him like, well, dude, I'm not trying to you guys do a totally different show than what
Yeah.
you and I do. And I was like, whoa. I mean, if we got to take this to the streets of Lorraine, his suit is too nice to mess up. I might get a couple of shots in before,
right,
my leg falls off or something. But I was kind of like, is he like really mad at me for
no? I'm sure he was just jerking your chain a little bit, but and truthfully, he's probably more jerking my chain because he's always worried about me skipping town again. Because I did once. Because I did take 2 years off. So he's probably always worried that when I get going with too many things, he's gonna fucking leave again.
I told him, I said, you and I are Trump fans.
Yeah.
I was like, we should be friends and stuff like that. But yeah, he wasn't, he seemed a little standoffish towards me. And I was like, dude, there's a security guard here tonight, and he's gonna have to separate us. I thought the one job that you were gonna have to do is to separate me and Neely of all people, because he thought I was gonna. I'm trying to slide into his show stuff.
Yeah, it was too funny, man. But no, he's not. He's
cool. He seemed like a cool guy.
He's harmless. He was thrilled to be there too, and his brother-in-law. We got his brother-in-law and his sister hooked up to meet Michael, so that was good too. So. Yeah, I was everybody's friend over the weekend.
Tony Masaccio
came out. Saw him for 3.1 seconds.
Yeah, Tony's like the greatest at everything that he does. Because he's just quick. He's like a ninja. Yeah. He's a half Italian, half Jewish ninja. He got into there. Obviously, he came in and sat down and watched the show. Mm-hmm. But afterwards, he had a pass to go meet Michael.
Yeah.
But the way that they were doing it is they had VIP ticket people and then these badge people. We were badge people.
Yeah, we were badge people. Or you guys were.
So after the VIP ticket people went through, it was supposed to be the badge people.
Right.
Tony ends up slithering his way through the line of VIP ticket people, ended up boom. And ended up like right up front and met the guy in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got him right in there, so yeah. It was definitely funny, but it's funny because I had told Tony, I was like, just wait here for like 5 minutes because I was trying, I was organizing the line, so to speak, or trying to organize the line, and I'm organizing things and next thing I know, I turn around 6 minutes later to get Tony to introduce him to the guy, Chris. Tony is gone. Yeah. And I mean, I looked around. I went backstage. He wasn't anywhere. I found you, and you were like, "Oh, he's gone." I was like, "Oh, all right." so much for that.
But it was nice. We're getting yelled at by the flat Earth guy.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, too bad. This is a adult show.
Yeah, I swear, dude. Sorry.
And so does everybody else.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a swearer. I'll try not to swear. How's that? I'll play nice today. I'll try not to swear.
And I hate to tell you, but most kids and grandkids that are listening most likely swear too. They just don't want you to know about it.
That's right.
I remember the first time my daughter swore. She's like, "Where'd you hear that from?" And she looked at me. She's like, "The womb." She's been hearing it for that long.
Nice.
It is what it is.
All right, well let's talk about a couple of quick stories here about the event before we get to Flat Earth Central here.
Yeah.
So they had me get there at 5:30. Or 5 o'clock. I was supposed to be there. I got there about 5:15 because I got stuck behind that stupid bridge, the drawbridge, and I had to wait for the drawbridge to go up and down.
Yeah.
So I got over there about 15 minutes late. I go into the front foyer of the palace, and it's all dark. You can't really see anything. There's no one there except me and my mom, and so we sat down. We found some chairs and we sat down, and we were just waiting for Chris McNeil to come over because that's who I was supposed to meet. So I texted him that I was there. Okay, cool. I'll meet you in a few. Maybe 5 minutes later, this guy comes walking in. He's dressed like exactly what you would expect a mob guy to look like. Yeah. He looked kind of like, remember what's his name? The limo driver for Stern.
Ronnie
the limo driver. He looked like Ronnie the limo driver, kind of. Same haircut, same look, but he's wearing the mob suit, right?
Right.
So I said to the guy, he like walked in and walked out. Then he came back in and walked in again. And he goes, and I just said to him, I said, hey, are you Chris McNeil? And he goes, who, me? I was like, yeah. And he's like, you don't worry about who I am. I know who I am. You don't want to know who I am. I was like, all right. So I'm thinking this guy's definitely like with the crew or whatever, right? No, he was just some guy.
Some random dude.
Yeah, I saw him later in line for the meet and greet. He was just a guy. I mean, he may be a mob guy, but he might be a Cleveland mob guy. I don't know, but he wasn't like with Franzese's people or nothing. And I was like, all he had to do was tell me no. And he was just like, you don't worry about who I am. I was like, all right, dude, easy. You know, take it easy. That's fine with me. You know, so that was one thing. But the biggest funny thing was I did make the show late. I don't know if you were aware of that, but the reason the show started late was because of me. So at 5, when I met with Chris McNeil, he's like, okay, you're going to meet Michael and his crew by the stage door. And he's like, yeah, it's just kind of around the corner. So I said, okay. And I was like, what time do I need to meet him? He's like, go over there at 6:15. So I said, okay. So there was another guy named Dean, another really nice guy, Dean Garcia. Super nice and could not have been nicer to me, even though he was clearly annoyed with me. But he was the like Michael's like tour manager guy, whatever.
Yeah.
And so I texted Dean and I said, I'll meet you at 6:15 at the stage door. Okay. So I get a text back, what stage door? So I hit him back and I said, the stage door here at the Palace. He goes, okay. You know, that's it. He sent me the okay symbol, you know. So I was like, all right, cool. So 6:15 comes, nobody. 6:30 comes, nobody. So I opened the stage door. I went to see if it was unlocked or something. And I opened the stage door to see if he was already in there. And I just missed him. Like I got over there, you know, late or something.
Yeah.
Nobody was there. So I sat down in the green room, which was right next to the stage door.
Yeah.
And I sit down and I throw him a quick text. And I said, I'm in the green room now. And that's it, right? And he sends me back a text that says, okay. So fair enough. So another 10, 15 minutes go by. Again, he had said okay, so I figured I'm supposed to meet him in the green room. Well, then I get a text from him, are you with Chris McNeil? It's like, no, he's out front. Why? And he's like, because security never showed up. I was like, I am security. And he's like, oh. And he didn't say nothing back. And then he came over, like him and Michael came over, but McNeil came back. He's like, why are you here? I was like, you told me to be here. You told me to be here. But they came over 15 minutes late because they were waiting on me to go over there. But Chris had told me not to go over there, to go to the stage door. So it was...
Meanwhile, we're all sitting in the thing going, why is he late?
Where's he at?
Exactly.
There was a problem. There's 18 cops here.
Well, that was kind of weird, too. So I'm sitting in the green room, and all of a sudden, 2 big burly cops come back, and they're doing like a sweep. They're like looking around and who are you and why are you here? And, you know, where'd you get that badge? They asked me, where'd you get that badge? I was like, Chris McNeil. Oh, okay. You know, and they were just kind of scoping the rooms and stuff. And, you know, just making sure it was safe, I guess.
All in all, it was a hell of an event.
Oh, it was fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about anything, you know. The only security I had to do really the whole night, especially since I didn't go to the hotel, the only security I did the whole night was keeping some lunatics away from Michael's wife.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Michael's wife was sitting like you. Everybody had to come in through up some steps and through a door, and there was a little thing on the side. There was like a little I don't know what you call it, an alcove or something that was there on the side. And so as people were coming in, she was sitting right there. Like she had a chair right there. She was just trying to stay out the way and hand Michael books when he ran, when they needed more books. That's what she was doing. But basically she was just staying out of the way. And sure enough, every lunatic that came in, because he introduced her at one point on the stage. Yeah. So then every lunatic in there saw her and wanted to say hello to her and whatever, give her a hug or shake her hand or whatever. So at one point, I just kind of walked over by her because I saw that she just kept getting hounded by these people that were jumping out of line. We were having a hell of a time getting everybody in line. Right. And part of it was because they were jumping out of line to shake her hand or say hello to her. So finally, I just stepped in there. I said, "You want me to shoo these people away?" And she was like, she didn't say yes, but she sort of said yes. You know what I mean? She was just kind of like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I did. So I started that's when I started with the VIP passes, go this way, badges, go that way.
Well, it was a hell of a night, but we do have some stories that actually he talked about and stuff that I'd love to talk about on this show, but we're not going to talk about it on this show.
No.
That's going to be extra.
That's right.
You're going to have to go to the Odyssey channel, and you're going to sign up for the silver package.
Yeah, the Seth Silver.
Seth Silver.
That's right.
Less than a cup of coffee, and you can get all the extra bonus footage, but we have some very interesting stuff that he talked about, including some JFK stuff, which I thought was very, very interesting.
I thought that was probably the most interesting part of the night, I thought, of the whole. The speech was great, by the way. I know we haven't even talked about that even 2 seconds, but if and when he comes back, which from everything we heard, he is going to be coming back.
Yeah.
When he comes back, anybody that has any interest at all in this stuff has to go to this thing, because I've been to a few speaking things, not a ton, but 4 or 5 things in my life. This was by far the best one.
It was great.
It was great. I mean, he does go off on tangents a little bit. Yeah. I would say you left-leaning people may not want to go as quickly as you right-leaning people. Yeah. He definitely, even my mom, who is kind of left-leaning, she was like, I don't know why he went off on that tangent.
Well, he was asked a question, but
he was, but he did launch.
Yeah, but we'll talk about all that stuff on Odyssey.
Absolutely.
We got to get to Flat Earth, because I see Flat Earth guy and I see Eric is going crazy, so we gotta do this. I want to take a quick break though.
Okay.
Not too far behind, and then we'll get to the Flat Earth.
All right.
Hang on. Hey, it's Seth, and I appreciate you watching today. And you can make a difference. For just $4.99 a month, you can help save someone's life today. It really does count. Every dollar matters. And you can change someone's life. Not these ridiculous dogs. Those are actor dogs. I'm talking about myself and Chris Aiken. I can barely afford a shave and a haircut, or sleeves on a shirt sometimes. We could use your assistance today. Just go to the Odyssey app. Go to the Odyssey website, ODYSEE. Just $4.99 a month can change the world for someone today. Myself and Chris Aiken. We'll give you extra content. We'll give you bonus footage. We'll give you new episodes. Subscribe to the Odyssey channel today. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Don Doc, and when I'm feeling nostalgic, I always go to Pinball PA. You gotta go check it out, it's a lot of fun.
Stop what you're doing and start making memories at Pinball PA, located at 2284 Broadhead Road, Suite 10B in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. We have over 420 video games and pinball machines to play, and all games are set to free play, so no quarters or tokens are needed. Pinball PA is open 6 days a week, and is the best and most affordable entertainment spot in all of Western Pennsylvania. Check out our website at www.pinballpa.com for more details. Come visit Pinball PA today. Initials up.
Aaron Tees and Signs has become your complete one-stop sign shop. Call Jimmy at 216-299-9344. Their friendly and professional staff can and will help you build your company brand and identity from start to finish. One stop means you get a complete package from one location. Custom logo design, vehicle graphics, banners, t-shirts, storefront marquees, and so much more. Aaron Tees and Signs, 4883 Turney Road. Call us at 216-299-9344.